Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another review of Alchemy of Souls. Now, the way episode 19 played out, it felt like a finale. The way the truths were revealed, saying goodbye to Yul, how some of our characters pretty much had a happy ending. But until I saw that little scene with the Crown Prince and Jinmu, I'm like, okay, there we go. There's your episode 20 right there. But man, this episode was crazy. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. Now, to start the review, the first half of the episode was pretty much our characters blaming Jang Gang that he was the cause of everything, which they're not wrong. I mean, he was. Yeah, let's start with him soul shifting with the king, and then the king had his way with Doa, and then Ook was born, and then Ook had a crappy life. Well, there's that. But there were also other characters that were affected because of Jang Gang. Let's start with Shaman Che. So Shaman Che was doing her sorcery, which led to someone being killed, and Jang Gang wanted to punish her. So her punishment was, well, one of them was to burn all of her spell books, but there was one book that she wanted to keep. But then Jang Gang told Jinmu to, no, just go ahead and burn it. And she threw herself into the fire. That's why she had all of those blisters. She ran away because of the fire. But she didn't go back to the one book she wanted to keep, which Jang Gang kept, and happens to have the spell of the Alchemy of Souls. Now don't forget, Shaman Che's brother is Bunyon's dad, and he actually wants revenge on Jang Gang because of what he did to his sister. And then this just causes a domino effect. Because of Bunyon's dad wanting revenge on Jang Gang, this made him jealous. This made him revengeful, enforcing his daughter, Bunyon, to try to find the ice stone in the lake, which was sealed by Jang Gang. And we are reminded that Bunyon is a descendant of the Jin family, but also the Che family. Two families with divine powers, which is why Bunyon is powerful. Once Bunyon found the ice stone, she was pushed into the lake by Jinmu, of course, with his evilness. And then we get a quick recap of her life from then till now. So, everyone blaming Jang Gang for starting this entire thing? Yeah, they're right. And even Jang Gang admitted himself towards the end. And then we get to the second half of the episode where the truths were out. So Dangu and Choyeon found out the truth about her dad, Shaman Che, and the queen. And then Dangu told Pak Jin about it, and he even told the queen, well, the fake queen, and the king about it. Now, to provide evidence, Pak Jin tricked the fake queen, or Shaman Che, with the Guigu. But remember, the dog was actually destroyed. I forgot who destroyed it. Leave it in the comments below if you guys remember. And then after that, Lady Jin finds out that her husband is actually Shaman Che's brother. So yeah, all of the truths are out. Since the truth was out about Shaman Che, she even brought up everyone else's flaws. Man, she really understood the assignment. If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. Bunyon's dad tells Shaman Che, take the soul ejector, run away, and that's all I can do for you, and kills himself. This made Shaman Che goes into insanity, uses the soul ejector, black smokes appear, but this whole thing was stopped by Jang Gang. This is where Jang Gang reveals why he arrived at Songnim. He arrived there to confess his sins, to confess that everything that happened, that affected everybody there, was because of him. And he petrifies himself before he meets Ook. I'm thinking, you're gonna do that without saying goodbye to your son? That's your son. I know he says that's not his son, but if his sperm was brought into today's technology, that is your son. The king is more like a stepdad. I mean, their story is not completely sad. Both Ook and Jang Gang did meet, but they met as strangers, not as knowing that, hey, I'm your dad and I'm your son. Now, while the king, the queen, Pak Jin, and everybody else was dealing with the truth on one side, Ook was actually trying to destroy the barrier, which he used Tansu to do it. And he wind up in this realm. It's almost like a sky realm. And he was there with the ice stone. But here's the thing. He didn't have his powers, and the barrier was gone. The ice stone was gone. After the barrier was gone, everyone noticed that the king's star was in the sky. And it gave a spotlight to the crown prince, which they were convinced that the crown prince was born under the king's star, but we all know it was actually Ook. I was so confused. I was like, wait, hold up. You guys got the wrong person. And even Pak Jin knew it too. But then we find out that Ook lost his energy, and Naksu lost her powers. And I thought, oh, this is really romantic, because remember that Naksu had to choose between leaving the people that she created a bond with, especially Ook, or keeping her powers. Now towards the end, this is where the episode really felt like a finale. First, Yul is going to go back to the fortress. Naksu, tells him goodbye, gives him back the bird whistle, and tells him that the girl that you liked only exists in your memories. Now as for the queen, she's kind of stuck in Shaman-Che's body, which, not gonna lie, no offense, but I started cracking up. For maidservant Kim, she was told to give something to Park-jin to reveal the actual father of Ook, which Park-jin already knew, and Park-jin vowed that he's not gonna tell anyone about this, even Ook. But then we get that one little scene between Jinmu and the Crown Prince, and this is where Jinmu reveals the truth that, hey, you're not born under the King's Star. I know everyone believes that, but I'm here to protect you from the actual owner of the King's Star, and that's Ook. And then to end the episode on a very high note, well, for us fans who love romance, Ook asks Mudok to marry him. How cute is that? This episode was great, because everything they've been building up led to this episode, even though at certain times it was a slow build-up. So they solved like maybe 90%, if not a little bit more in this episode, and they left the King Star taking down Jinmu, Lady Jin finding out that Mudok is actually Bouillon for the finale. The only thing that's a bummer for me is that I kind of wish that Gang and Ook would have met one last time before Gang petrified himself. I mean, I get it from Gang's point of view. He doesn't want his son to see himself like that. He doesn't want his son to be a son of a sinner. But if they did meet one last time, I feel like it could have been a critical moment for Ook to see that, yeah, that's his dad. Even though he committed sins, he came back to face his punishment like a man and really think highly of his father instead of just hearing stories about him or even thinking, yeah, that's the guy who left me when I was born. You know what I mean? Now with Jinmu, well, first, because he was MIA for like a good 10 minutes of the finale, we all knew that he had maybe just one little scheme up his sleeves. And, this is gonna cause maybe the Crown Prince and Ook to fight one last time. Because, well, they fought once, and they never fought again. So the finale seems like a pretty good one for them to have one last rematch. But here's the thing though, the Crown Prince and even Ook, they don't seem like the type of people that would care to become king. So for Jinmu to come in and try to tear these two apart, is like, what do you guys think? Man, this finale is gonna be crazy knowing that Jinmu has one evil scheme up his sleeves. We know that Lady Jin will find out that Mudok is Bouillon. I want to see how things unfold there. Yeah, I just can't wait. And that's pretty much the gist of the episode and my review. Is there anything I might have missed? Please leave in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya!